Hey guys, so today is January the 15th and it's about 10:30 in the morning. I am a week late again doing this video. This is actually going to be my 27-week video. I do not have a 26-week video. I will go ahead and let you know that my little boy's been really sick and we was in the hospital from Wednesday to Saturday of last week, so I wasn't able to do my videos there. So I do apologize for that. I hope you understand. But I will go ahead and get into this one because I got a good bit of stuff to talk about. So far they say that this week, you know, the baby is just getting bigger and bigger and practicing breathing and stuff like that, swallowing. The lungs are developing. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. I had it and then it went away. Just the lungs are developing even more. The immune system is maturing. Let's see. Just getting bigger. They say that this week the baby is approximately the size of a cauliflower. And you can't see it really well, but that is a cauliflower. It's a good cauliflower. And also today I'm in my 3rd trimester, so yes, that is very exciting. Just, you know, from now on it'll just be a downhill slide, hopefully. Baby is approximately 2 pounds and like measuring in about 14.5 inches. I did have an ultrasound last week, and I do have that on video, and I will upload it for you guys, but I will tell you that I was very disappointed with my ultrasound. She basically just measured the stomach, measured the skull, measured the femur, and I didn't really get any good footage of a baby. I mean, you know, it was basically like zoomed in measurements, and that's it. I was very disappointed in that. So just want to let you guys know I will go ahead and upload that for you, but I just was not satisfied at all. I've been experiencing like shortness of breath, you know, just getting tired easily, out of breath easily. Also heartburn still, been having heartburn really bad. Every little thing gives me heartburn, but let's see, and just being tired, you know, being in the hospital with him and him being sick, and you know, we had just got over him and my husband both being sick over the Christmas holidays, and then it just kind of backfired again and he was sick some more. So let's see, I have noticed that my boobs feel a lot bigger. They're not sore or anything, but they just, I don't know, they almost feel like they have milk in them. Let's see, I have noticed that I was leaking just a tiny bit, like if I squeezed. I mean, it's not leaking voluntarily, but anyway. Let's see, like if I stand up all day long, you know, or do a lot, like yesterday I was doing a lot in my house, cleaning and trying to get the baby's room organized and everything like that. My feet were swollen a little bit, you know, red, but other than that, my blood pressure has been really good. I checked it last night because, like I said, I felt my hands were a little bit swollen and my feet, and when I checked it, it was perfect, so no problems there. Let's see. Also, I'll go ahead and let you know, whenever I was in the hospital with my son, I was laying there one night and I started feeling like contractions in my stomach. Well, I just tried to wait and see, you know, what it was or what was going on, and from about 2:30 that morning till about 5:30 that morning, I was having contractions basically like every 4 to 5 minutes. And it really scared me. So my husband was there with me, and I walked up to the OB floor on the hospital, and I was talking to some of the OB nurses. which, you know, I know them. I work there. So I was talking to them about it, and I just waited to kind of see, you know, what happened. And after talking to them, went back downstairs in my baby's room and went to lay down in the bed, and they went away. So after a good bit of looking and talking to other people, I truly believe that I was having Braxton Hicks contractions. I was under the understanding that they was not supposed to be regular, but I guess sometimes they can be. And since then, I've not had another problem, and that was last Wednesday or Thursday night. I don't remember which one. But since then, I have not had any issues. So, as far as cravings, not really craving anything. I've just been wanting a lot of cereal and milk. I guess it's just, it feels good, you know, it's good and cold, and I don't know, I enjoy that. It feels refreshing. It's not such a big, heavy meal. So I've been eating a lot of cereal and milk. Let's see, symptoms. I think that's it though, as far as symptoms and cravings, everything like that. I'll tell you about my doctor's appointment that I had the other day on the 7th. I had to go on the 1st and do a bunch of blood work for my prenatal blood work and everything like that, and they took 7 humongous tubes of blood. I felt like my arm was going to fall off, but I did get, when I went to my appointment on Wednesday, I did get the results back for that, and basically everything looked good, no problems. My protein levels in my urine was great, so no signs of preeclampsia or anything like that. But the only thing, they told me that I had a urinary tract infection. I haven't had any signs of a urinary tract infection, no problems, but she basically said that the bacteria that is causing the infection is group B strep, and it was actually in my urine. So she said originally that she was just going to treat me in labor for that, you know, because you have to be treated for group B strep if you have it before you have a child, because it can cause a lot of serious dangers to the child. It can cause them to have spinal meningitis and a whole bunch of other stuff. So she was originally just going to treat it in labor, but my counts were a lot higher than usually they are, so she went ahead and put me on some amoxicillin, and I've been taking that 3 times a day. So I was thankful, you know, that she's going to go ahead and treat it, because I plan on having a natural delivery, and if we can go ahead and treat it now, then I'd rather do that, because I don't want to have to be hooked up to an IV the entire time I'm trying to have a baby. So of course I will be tested again closer to delivery and see, you know, if I'm positive again, and if so, that's fine, I don't mind. But as a nurse, I know that they can put the antibiotics in, and then they can take the fluids away. They don't have to leave me hooked up to fluids after the antibiotics are in. So I also wanted, you know, I had mentioned last video, in this video, I will be having a natural birth, and I made a really big decision to call a doula, and I hired a doula. She lives about an hour away from here, and I was talking to her. You know, we were going to plan to meet and see if she's the one that I would like to hire, and just talking to her on the phone, I knew right away there was a connection there, and I really wanted to hire her as my doula. So I did that. And while we were talking, she was telling me about her experience and her natural delivery at a hospital that's about an hour from here. It's a lot bigger hospital than the one that I would be having my baby in. And she said that, you know, I know that hospital has the big labor jet tubs, like the jacuzzi tubs and stuff, but I was under the understanding that you was not allowed to get in those. Well, after talking to her, she told me, you know, and she has a baby too. I think he's actually younger than Ryder is. She has a doctor over there, and he's a very natural birth friendly doctor, and he actually allowed her to get in the tub and to labor and do everything, you know, that she needed to do to have her baby. So I actually have set up an appointment with that doctor for January the 22nd, and I'm going to go over there and talk to him and meet him, and more than likely I will be switching hospitals. It was a very big decision because I am 27 weeks pregnant, and my current doctor knows everything about me, everything about my history. She delivered my son, you know, so it's really scary. But while I was at my appointment on Wednesday, I talked to her about different things, and you know, that I wanted in my birth and labor. And she actually, before I even mentioned anything, she actually, you know, mentioned the idea of me switching hospitals to go to a bigger facility that would be able to help me have the birth that I, you know, desire. So after she mentioned it, I did talk to her and let her know that I was considering switching and that I had an appointment with another doctor, and she was very supportive. She, you know, encouraged me, and you know, she said she hated to lose me as a patient, but she was very encouraging, and she understood why I would be switching. So and basically it's just the fact that I live in a small town and a small hospital, and the nurses on, you know, the OB floor have been delivering babies the same way for years and years and years, and anything out of that normal, you know, they don't want to do. So I just don't want to push it, you know, especially with me working there. It's kind of odd, you know, because I don't want to feel like, anyway, it's just a better situation all the way around for me to switch. So I do have that appointment with him on the 22nd. Also, let's see, I've already told you about my doula, and I will be trying to meet her very soon. I also mentioned to you guys that I had a 4D ultrasound scheduled for February the 7th. About 3 hours from where I live, there's a place that does it, and it's also near some of my other family. So I was going to go there and do that ultrasound so I could be by them and let them, you know, come and enjoy and everything like that. Well, I actually canceled that because it's a long trip and it's a lot of money, and you know, it's $150 just for the ultrasound, and then, you know, you got to travel to get there, and gas money to get there, and money to stay, you know, while you're there, and food and everything else. So I just want to spend that money on other things that I need for the baby instead of that. So the hospital that I'll be switching to, I called them, and they actually do the 4D ultrasounds. They have a brand new machine, and it's actually only $130, and it's only an hour from here. So I will be doing that. I called to schedule an appointment, but they want to see me before they'll schedule it. So I will be scheduling that on the 22nd to see when I can get in and get the 4D done. Been really stressful on me because it was a very big decision, and I was nervous about the change and just different things, but I really truly believe it's for the best. And you know, I will continue to pray about that, and just so far everything has fell into place, and I feel really confident about it. So also I do want to say that my son was in one bedroom, and then the other bedroom that we had in our house was like a spare bedroom, you know, for guests, and also my husband used it as like the computer slash game room, and it was the bigger bedroom. Well, we actually switched the rooms, so now my son is in the bigger bedroom, and he's got his own room set up with his toys and everything like that, and he loves it. I mean, you cannot keep the kid out of his room hardly. And then where his bedroom is, we're actually making it into the baby's room. So we've been in there cleaning that and going through everything, and trying to sort out all the stuff that I will need for her, and just, it's been a lot of work. So I have been doing that. And hopefully we will have it all done very soon so that we can start painting. Well, I won't really be painting, but my family is going to be very generous and come and paint for me. I think that's it for this week. This video is really long. I'll go ahead and show you my belly, and I think I'll be done. Oh, I do want to tell you about my son. I said he was sick. Basically, over the Christmas holidays, him and my husband were both treated for the flu, and they got well, did a lot, did well with that. No major problems, he got better. And then we were at a birthday party, like on the 4th. Wasn't the 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Saturday on the 4th. And I noticed that he was trying to eat a sucker. Well, when he tried to bite the sucker, he kind of made a weird face, like maybe he had bit his lip or something. And I didn't think anything else about it. Well, that night we went out to eat, and he was smiling or laughing or something, and I noticed that he had 2 white dots on the inside of his bottom lip. Well, I thought that might have been what happened, is that he had bit down on that sucker and bit his lip. So I really didn't think anything else about it. Well, he actually went home with my mom and my aunt that night. Well, he just come home with them. And me and my husband went to Walmart because it was cold and we didn't want to get him out, and we had a few things to grab at Walmart. So they called me before we got home and said, hey, he's running fever. And I said, okay, well, I'll be there in a minute. Well, that was on a Saturday. He ran fever all that night, all the next day, all the next night. And then Monday morning, I took him to the doctor. Because I had been, rotating Tylenol and Advil just like I was supposed to. His fever still, it would break, but it would still go right back up, pretty much as soon as it was time to get medicine. So I took him to the doctor Monday morning, and they treated him for stomatitis. It's basically like fever blisters of the mouth. And basically all you can do is treat the symptoms, like the fever, and they gave him some stuff they call it Miracle Mouthwash, and it's basically like, it's got lidocaine in it, and it's got some nystatin and Maalox, and they mix that up, and you're supposed to put it in his mouth like 3 or 4 times a day. Well, of course, that's a joke because he is not even 2 years old, and the stuff is very bitter, and he don't like it, so he wouldn't hardly let you put it in his mouth. Well, of course, everything just kept getting worse. The sores in his mouth, it almost looked like thrush. There was just white patches all on his tongue, the cheeks, like the gums at the top of his mouth were so swollen that they're coming down over his teeth. His gums were really, really swollen. And on top of all that, he had 2 jaw teeth that had just broke the skin in that same week at the same time. And then he had this bottom tooth here and 2 jaw teeth here that were trying to come through at the same time. So altogether, like 5 teeth, 4 of them being jaw teeth, coming in at the same time. So on top of all the sores. And he ended up, he wouldn't eat, he wouldn't drink, he wouldn't do anything. So Wednesday morning, when I had my scheduled OB appointment, the pediatrician or the doctor that he sees is in the same clinic that I go to. So while I had my appointment, I also took him over there and let them look at him. And they said that he was dehydrated, which I kind of already knew that because I had worked that night. And whenever I got home that morning, before I really even picked him up out of the bed, I could smell urine, and it was so strong. So when I changed his diaper, it was very dark urine. So that was another reason I went ahead and took him back to the doctor, because it wasn't working, and he was not eating or drinking. Things were just getting worse. He would wake up in the morning just bloody, dry, cracked lips. It was horrible, you guys. It was really bad. So anyway, they ended up putting him in the hospital, and he had to have fluids. And we stayed in the hospital from Wednesday at about 1 o'clock that evening till Saturday about lunchtime. So thankfully, he is doing a lot better. His mouth is looking a lot better. Everything is going away, and I just pray that he never, ever, 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 ever has any experience with that again, or any other child for that matter, because it's horrible. So that's it for this week, and like I said, I do apologize for not doing a video last week. I mean, we were in the hospital, and I didn't have time. So, and I don't even have a picture for 26-week belly shot. So, "27-week belly." She's definitely getting bigger. Oh, and she's very, very active. I was going to mention that. This little girl moves all the time. So far, that what I thought was a new stretch mark has not done anything else. So I'm pretty thankful for that. And this is, I've already went to the bathroom and peed this morning, and I have not had anything to eat, so that's it. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.